My beloved child, today I set before you a choice, a threshold standing between the familiar and the new, between the old limitations you have known so well and the wide open path I have laid out for you. I know your heart still wrestles with fear and hesitates in uncertainty, wondering if you are strong enough, brave enough to walk forward. I understand that weight. I know every drop of sweat, every tear, and every struggle that has brought you to this very moment. But hear me, my child, beyond this decision lies a place of peace waiting for you, a resting place for your soul, a land where you will find true freedom only as you walk the path I have drawn. I do not promise you a path lined with roses. It may lead you up steep hills and down deep valleys to places you never thought you would set foot. Yet, my child, it is precisely in those challenges that you will discover a strength you never knew you had. It is within those trials that my light will blaze within you, showing you that my power and my love have never left your side. You will come to see that every step you take in faith is a step closer to fullness, to true joy, and to the abundant life I promised you from the very beginning. Do not fear when you feel small. Do not tremble when darkness seems to surround you. For I tell you this, not for one moment will you ever walk alone. I will go with you. I will lift you when you fall. I will dry your tears when your heart grows weary. My hand is always ready to hold yours, and my strength will be your anchor when you cannot stand on your own. Believe that you are never alone in this battle. Even if the world turns its back, even if friends walk away, even if all rises against you, you still have me, your Father, who loves you with an unchanging love. My beloved, I do not call you away from the familiar merely to lead you into uncertainty. I call you out of what you have known, so that I may lead you into a higher life, a greater purpose, a reality you could never have imagined. Everything you have endured, every pain, every moment of glory has been preparation for this hour. You are not the product of failure, nor are you defined by your mistakes. You are, my child, called, equipped, and sent to live a life of meaning, a life that will leave the imprint of light upon this world. I know there are times you think yourself unworthy, questioning whether I truly trust you with such a great mission. But I declare to you, you are worthy not because you are flawless, but because I have chosen you and given you everything you need. I never call anyone without granting them the strength to finish. Within you lies the seed of endurance, the flame of faith, and a light that no darkness can extinguish. All you must do is place your full trust in me, step through that door, and allow me to lead you. Do not allow the past to bind you any longer. Mistakes hold no power over you unless you hand it to them. Failures are not an end, but stepping stones toward the glory I have set before you. I have forgiven, renewed, and opened a new path for you. Lift your head high and walk forward, for the future no longer belongs to doubt but to faith. And faith, when placed in me, will never be disappointed. My beloved child, remember this. The door before you is not a small choice. It is the gateway into the destiny I prepared for you before you were even formed. It is the first step into a life not only for yourself, but for the light within you to shine into the lives of others who remain lost in the shadows. Be courageous, be strong, and let me lead you for the place to which I am taking. You will far exceed anything you have ever asked or dreamed. And there you will know the fullness of my love, the abundance of my grace, and the eternal presence of your Father covering your life forever. My beloved child, today I set before you a choice of great weight, a choice that no one else can make on your behalf. This is not a trivial decision, but a threshold that separates life from death, blessing from curse. I implore you, from the depths of my eternal love, choose life. Choose the path of purpose, where every step you take holds meaning, and every breath you draw is filled with hope. Choose the path of faith, a path not paved with ease, but with the certainty that I walk beside you. Choose the way that will lead you into fullness, into a life not bound by the shadows of darkness, but illuminated by the light I have promised to give. I know the voices of doubt are crying out around you, and the whispers of fear seek to bind you. They tell you that you are not enough, that you are unworthy, that you cannot possibly overcome. But I declare to you that you are not chained to your past, nor limited by your circumstances. You have been set free by me, and in me you are truly free. The chains that once held you captive have been broken. The walls that once kept you from abundant life have crumbled, and now a wide open door stands before you, waiting for you to step through. My beloved, I am calling you to rise above everything that has ever made you doubt yourself. I am calling you to move beyond the toxic voices that whispered you are not good enough, not strong enough, not valuable enough. But hear me, you are more than you have ever imagined. You are not the distorted reflection the world has labeled you with, but the beloved image I created according to my divine purpose. You are my cherished one, a precious jewel in my eyes, and I have chosen you for this very moment, a moment when the world desperately needs the light you carry. Do not be afraid, my child. Fear has no authority over you unless you grant it. Do not hesitate, for this moment is no accident. It is the moment I ordained before you were ever born. The door has been opened, and now is the time for you to enter. You need not wait any longer, nor search anywhere else. Everything has already been prepared, yet you, my beloved, must choose. I will not force you. True love never compels, it only invites. I am inviting you to step into the destiny I have called you to, but the choice remains yours. So what will you do with the gift of this moment? What will you do with the precious time I have entrusted to you? Will you let it slip away in vain, or will you seize it and step onto the path that leads to the new life I have prepared you? Must know that each day, each hour, each minute you live is an opportunity to draw closer to the great plan. I have designed an opportunity to break free from darkness and live in the light. Do not let the old voices of the past drag you backward. Do not let temporary comfort cause you to miss eternal glory. My beloved child, I see in you a potential you may not yet see yourself. I see a strength in your heart forged through trials. I see a light that has never been extinguished even when you thought you were completely worn out. And I tell you this, that light is about to be fanned into flame. A future filled with hope awaits you on the other side of this decision. A life of fullness, peace, and joy awaits, not because it will be free of hardship, but because I will be with you in every hardship. Do not underestimate this moment, for it carries the weight of eternity. What you choose today will not only shape your tomorrow, but will echo throughout your lifetime and into generations beyond. You are part of a plan far greater than you can imagine, and your choice today is the key that opens the door to that mission. Therefore, my beloved, stand up. Walk by faith, not because you know all the answers, but because you know I hold all the answers. Choose life, choose blessing, choose my way. For when you do, you will never regret it. I will walk with you, uphold you, and turn every step you take into a living testimony of my love, my grace, and my power. My child, do not delay any longer. This is your time. This is the day I have made for you to step into abundant life. I plead with you, choose life. And as you walk in this choice, you will see that I have never left you, never forsaken you, but have always walked with you along the path that leads to the glory I prepared for you from the beginning of time. My beloved child, today I want to speak to you of something of great importance, something you may have long yearned for all your life but have never fully grasped. I have set before you life and death, blessing and curse, and I earnestly invite you to choose life. This is not merely a decision for a single day, but an eternal choice, one that will shape your future, not only in this life, but in the life to come. My child, I know your heart has grown weary at times, trembling under the voices of doubt and the whispers of fear. But I assure you, you are not bound by your past, nor confined by your circumstances. You were created to live free, and true freedom is found only in me. Do not allow old wounds to become chains that bind your soul. Do not let past mistakes convince you that you are unworthy of the blessings I have prepared. Your past is not your eternal sentence, but only a chapter in the book I am writing. And I, with my boundless love and power, can turn even the pages filled with tears and failures into the foundation for a new beginning. I have cleansed you with love, forgiven every fault, and opened a radiant path that no darkness can stop. My beloved, you are called to live a life of purpose, not merely to survive each day, but to shine, to become a living testimony of my power and love. I know you may still wonder, asking, do I have the strength to walk this path? Am I truly worthy of this calling? And I answer you, yes, you are more than enough, not because of your own strength, but because my strength is within you. I never call anyone without equipping them with all they need to fulfill their mission. Within you already lies the seed of courage, the flame of faith, and the light of hope that no storm can extinguish. So listen, my child, as I call you to rise above the limits you or the world have placed on you. Do not let the lies whisper in your ear that you are not good enough, not smart enough, not strong enough. You are not what the world labels you to be. You are, my child, wonderfully and meaningfully created. You are the precious jewel I treasure, the light I have kindled to pierce the darkness. You are the proof of my unshakable love, and you were chosen for this very time when the world needs your light more than ever. Do not fear, my beloved. Fear is but a shadow, and it will vanish when my light rises within you. Do not hesitate, for every moment of delay is a moment the enemy tries to steal your faith and your joy. The time has come, the door stands wide open, and I am there waiting to take your hand and lead you through. You do not walk alone, for I have promised that I will never leave you nor forsake you. As you step through this door, you will find my presence covering you, my strength lifting you, and my love surrounding you. Remember, my child, that you have a destiny, and that destiny cannot be stolen unless you yourself surrender it. You were not created to live in mediocrity, but to walk in the greatness I have ordained for you. Every trial you face is not meant to destroy you, but to shape you, to strengthen you, to make you wiser, and to prepare you for the greater things ahead. You are a warrior in my kingdom, a messenger carrying the truth of love and life to souls who are weary in the darkness. So I ask you, my child, what will you do with the gift of this moment? Will you let it slip away like countless moments before, or will you take hold of it with all your heart and step into the destiny I have prepared? Will you allow fear to hold you back, or will you let faith lift you higher? Will you choose life, freedom, and the fullness I have promised, or will you return to the old chains that once brought you pain? I plead with you, choose life, choose blessing. Choose the path I have laid before you, for it is the only road that will lead you into true peace, complete joy, and abundant life. Do not think for a moment that I will abandon you as you walk. No, I will go with you in every step. I will shield you in every battle. I will lift you up when you stumble, and I will wipe away your tears when you weep. Remember, my child, you are not alone. You have never been alone. Even when you could not feel my presence, I was there quietly working behind the scenes, arranging every detail to bring you to this moment. Now all is ready. The door stands wide open. The light ahead awaits you. Your time has come, and I, the one who loves you with an unshakable love, am calling you to step into new life, a life of freedom, of purpose, of joy, and of eternal glory. My beloved child, do you know why you are standing in this place today? It is not by chance nor by accident. I have set you here for a sacred reason, and now the appointed time has come for you to step into the calling I gave you from the very beginning. You were not born to drift through life like a shadow, but to become a light, a living testimony of my love and truth. I have been preparing you for this very moment through every day, every trial, every tear, and every laughter. Now you are ready. Do not let the darkness around you cause you to doubt. The darkness you feel is only temporary. My child, for the light is coming, the light of my truth, the light of my love, the light that will shine through you and drive away every shadow that has weighed upon your soul. You are not called to walk alone, but to be a beacon of hope for souls drifting in the long night. You will be the light of truth, guiding the lost. You will be the hands and feet of my love, touching broken hearts, lifting weary souls, and showing mercy to those the world has forgotten. You will be the voice echoing my message, the torch leading many back to me. And my child, this is not a burden for you to carry, but a sacred honor I have entrusted to you because I have chosen you, I have trusted you, and I have placed within you my very life and light. The moment you are standing in now is not random. I have woven this moment long ago like careful threads stitched into the fabric of your destiny. Every step you have taken, whether you thought it small or meaningless, has led you here. Every joy you have known, every sorrow you have endured, every victory you have claimed, and even every failure you have faced, none of it was wasted. They are the pieces I have used to shape the person you are today. Know this, nothing in your life has been without purpose. Not one tear has fallen in vain, not one dark night has been meaningless, and not one trial has been empty. Even in the times when you felt lost, when you sat in silence and asked, "What is the purpose of my life? Why must I suffer so much?" I was there quietly at work, using your very pain to strengthen your soul, to refine your faith, and to prepare. you for the greater things still unseen. Every moment you thought you had been abandoned, I was beside you, building within you a strength you never knew you had. And now, my child, that strength is rising. You were created to shine, not to wither. You were called to step forward, not to shrink back. You carry within you the seed of hope, a seed that will sprout and bring life to many. I have ignited a fire within you, and now I call you to keep that fire burning, not just for yourself, but for the countless souls still lost in the darkness. The world is desperate for the light you carry, and that is why I have chosen you, prepared you, and brought you to this very moment. Do not be afraid, my beloved. You do not walk alone. As you step into your calling, I will be with you in every step. When you are weak, I will be your strength. When you are weary, I will be your rest. When you doubt, I will remind you of my unchanging promises. You do not have to rely on your own strength, for it is my power and my love that will sustain you. I will go before you to prepare the way. I will stand behind you to guard you, and I will surround you with my holy presence. Do not look back at your past and think it can hold back your future. The past has no power to define you. Your mistakes do not determine your identity. Your failures are not your end. They are only tools I have used to teach you, to shape you, and to prepare you. Remember, I have made you new. I have given you a fresh beginning, and now you are free to step into the abundant life I have promised. So, my beloved child, be courageous. Do not let fear keep you standing still at the threshold of your destiny. This is the moment I have appointed for you, and you need not search elsewhere. The light is waiting, the glory is unfolding, and I am reaching out, my hand to you. Take it, walk forward, and trust that I will lead you to the place where your heart truly belongs. And in that place you will find the peace, the joy, and the fullness that nothing in this world could ever give. My child, I have placed you here for a reason. You have been prepared, and now you are ready. Step into your calling. Let my light shine through you and drive away every shadow. For you do not live for yourself alone, but you live to be a witness that my love and truth are still at work in this world. And I promise you that when you step forward in faith with courage, all of heaven will rejoice, and your life will become an eternal song lifted unto me. My beloved child, you are standing at the crossroads of your destiny, where the curtain of the past is drawing to a close, and the door to the future stands wide open. The time for hesitation has passed, for now you are standing on the threshold of a miracle I prepared long before you were formed in your mother's womb. This is not a random moment, but a sacred hour, a new chapter in the book of your life already written in my love and wisdom. Everything you have endured, whether radiant joy or silent pain, whether glorious triumph or bitter defeat, has been used by me to prepare you for this very moment. And now all of it converges to bring you to this crossroads where you must choose the path that will shape the next chapter of your journey. My dear child, I see the glimmers of hope in your eyes, yet I also know the clouds of doubt that cast their shadows. You may ask yourself, am I strong enough? Am I wise enough to choose the right way? Hear me. You do not need to be enough in your own strength, for my power has already been placed within you. Every step you take, if you walk with me, will lead you into a life far greater than anything you have ever dreamed. You do not face this decision alone, for I am here ready to take your hand to lead you and to shelter you. Remember, my child, that nothing in your life has been without meaning. No tear has been wasted, no pain has been in vain. Every wound that once cut deep into your heart now stands as testimony to the strength I placed within you. Every time you fell and rose again, you became more resilient, more steadfast, and closer to your true purpose. The very things that seemed to break you have become priceless lessons, so that today you may stand at this crossroad with a soul refined and a faith strengthened. Lift up your head and look ahead, for I have set a radiant path before you. It may not be the easiest path, but it is the one that will lead you to fulfillment, peace, and lasting joy. Along this way, you will never walk alone. I will go before you to prepare the way, I will walk beside you to uphold you, and I will follow behind you to guard you. I will turn trials into opportunities, hardships into testimonies, and pain into strength. My beloved, you are about to enter a new chapter, and this chapter is not only for you, but for those whose lives will be touched through yours. You will become a light shining in the darkness, a word of encouragement to weary souls, a voice of hope to those searching for truth. I have destined you for a mission, a purpose far greater than your small desires, and now you are invited to step into its fullness. Do not allow fear to steal this moment. Do not let doubt hold you back. This is the time I have ordained, and this opportunity will shape your future. You may choose to return to what is familiar, but that will only keep you confined within your comfort zone. Or you may choose to walk forward in faith, stepping into the new that I have prepared. And in doing so, you will discover a life richer than your imagination can grasp. My child, I ask you, what will you write in this new chapter? Will you let it be written in fear, or will you write it in faith and hope? Will you waste this sacred moment, or will you seize it and make it the turning point of your life? You do not need to have all the answers now, for I, myself, will be the answer for you. What I desire is a heart made ready, a will that chooses to trust, and the first step you dare to take into the destiny I have designed. Once more, my child, I affirm you have been prepared. What you thought were obstacles have become your training. What you saw as hardships have become your stepping stones. What you wept over has watered the seeds of faith within you, and now those seeds are sprouting, ready to reach for the light. You do not need to wait any longer. You do not need to search any further. This is your time. This is the chapter I have already written, waiting only for you to open your heart and step into it. Believe that my light will guide your steps, and no darkness will ever be able to quench it. Be courageous, my child, for this new chapter will not only transform your life, but will touch countless others. And when you look back, you will see that the moment you chose to trust and walk with me was the moment everything changed. My beloved child, listen closely, for it is in these decisive moments that your destiny is shaped. You may think this is only an ordinary day, just another moment in the vast span of your life, but I tell you it is not. This moment is set apart, watched by all of heaven, the very time when the promises I planted in your soul long ago begin to bloom. Your life is not aimless, not a random string of meaningless events. You are living within a divine plan I have laid out, and every step you take, every choice you make is bringing you closer to the glorious future I have designed just for you. Do not underestimate the choices before you. My child, no matter how small or simple they may seem, every action, every decision, every word, when offered in trust and obedience, is a seed sown into the field of destiny. Things you think insignificant in my hands become the stones paving the sure path into fullness. You may feel that you are doing only small things, that your choices matter little, but I assure you nothing done in the light of faith is meaningless. The world will always try to pull you in 100 different directions, planting doubt, weariness, and discouragement in your heart. It will whisper that you can delay, that you can wait one more day, that nothing changes if you keep moving without deciding. But I say, do not be deceived. This is not the time for indifference or delay. For every moment you hesitate, the enemy seeks to steal the faith and hope I have placed within you. Remember, my child, the present moment is a sacred gift, an opportunity for you to step closer to the destiny I have prepared for you since before time began. My child, I know you have endured many trials, facing battles that others never see. I know there have been nights when you lay awake wondering if your life has any meaning, questioning whether the suffering you bear is worth it. But I tell you this, nothing you have gone through has been in vain. Every tear you have shed has watered the seed of faith within your heart. Every pain has forged your spirit to be stronger and more compassionate. Every victory, no matter how small, has laid a firm foundation so that you can stand strong in this very moment. Not a single experience has been wasted. All of it has prepared you for this appointed hour. My beloved, you must understand that your purpose is no longer distant, for it stands right before your eyes. It is not a faraway dream, but a reality into which I am calling you to step. Yet to seize it, you must be willing to trust me, to walk in obedience with courage, even when you cannot see the whole picture. Faith does not demand that you know every answer, only that you place your small hand into my mighty hand, allowing me to lead you where I have destined you to go. My child, this moment is a doorway, and I will not force you to walk through it. I love you enough to let you choose freely. Yet I implore you, do not let this opportunity pass you by. Do not allow fear to keep you confined within the safety of the familiar. Do not let doubt shut the very door I have opened for you. Remember, you never walk alone. I will go before you to make the way, walk beside you, to sustain you, and stand behind you to protect you. Even when you feel weak, I will make my strength perfect in your weakness. My child, you have come to a pivotal point in your journey. This is the place where all you have learned, all you have endured, converges to lift you into a new level of life and purpose. I have set before you doors that lead to blessing, to destiny, and to a life of fullness. Yet the key rests in your hand. What will you do? Will you turn back and cling to what is familiar, or will you rise up with courage and embrace the future I have prepared for you? Do not be afraid, my beloved child. Do not believe you are unready, for I myself have prepared you. Do not think you are not enough, for I am the one who fills every gap. Do not feel you are alone, for I have promised never to leave you nor forsake you. This is the time to believe that my light is shining brightly through you, a light that drives out every shadow and illuminates the road ahead. So stand firm, my child, and choose by faith. Trust that my plan is greater than your fear. Walk in obedience, for as you do, you will open doors to blessings I have long prepared for you. And when you look back, you will see that the moment you chose to trust and walk with me was the very moment your destiny was shaped. My precious child, listen closely for today. I remind you of a sacred truth you may have heard before but never fully felt in its depth. You have been called for this very hour. Not tomorrow, not some vague day in the distant future, but now. You are standing at a threshold where the choices you make will not only shape your own future, but will ripple outward to touch the lives of many around you. You may think your decisions are small, confined to your private life, but I assure you no. My child, every step you take in faith creates unseen waves that reach souls you may never meet. Remember, you do not live in isolation. You are part of a greater design, a divine masterpiece I painted from the beginning of time. When you choose to walk in the light, that light not only shines on you but spreads to your family, your community, and even to those you could never imagine. When you choose truth over lies, forgiveness over resentment, mercy over harshness, your actions become seeds of hope planted in the lives of others. You may not see the harvest now, but I see it. I see how your simple obedience becomes a beacon for someone wandering in darkness. My child, never underestimate the power of a decision placed in my hands. You may think your choice affects only you, but in reality it opens doors of blessing for generations after you. One prayer of yours can change the destiny of your family. One act of kindness can kindle a fire of encouragement in the heart of a stranger. One step of obedience can awaken an entire community to seek my truth and my love. You may not behold the full picture, but I am weaving every choice of yours into a grand tapestry of purpose and glory. My beloved, I know there are times when the weight of this responsibility feels too heavy, and you wonder, am I truly enough? Can I really make a difference? But I tell you, you need not fear whether you are enough, for I myself am the one who completes what you lack. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. You do not carry this alone, for I walk with you, I uphold you, and I transform even your smallest acts into great wonders in my eternal plan. This, my child, is not a time for apathy or hesitation. The world will do all it can to distract you, pulling you in 100 directions, whispering that what you do does not matter. But stay awake and alert, for this is the moment I have appointed you for. Do not let doubt or fear make you retreat. Do not allow fleeting comfort to rob you of the chance to live a life of eternal meaning. You have been chosen for a purpose far greater than you can imagine, and now I am calling you to step into it with courage. My child, picture a single candle lit in the night. One small flame, yet it drives away the darkness of the whole room. And when that flame lights another candle and then another, soon the entire space glows with light. So it is with your life. The light within you may seem small at first, but as you share it through love, forgiveness, and kindness, it spreads and the darkness cannot remain. Never believe, my beloved, that you are just a small and insignificant soul in this vast universe. You are an irreplaceable part of my great design. You are a vital link in the chain of my mission on earth. And I remind you, even the simplest acts done in love carry eternal worth. When you take the hand of someone in despair, when you speak a word of encouragement, when you pray for a soul you have never met, each of these rises up to heaven and becomes part of my great work. My beloved child, this moment is a gift. Do not let it pass you by. This is not the time to turn back, nor the time to doubt. This is the moment for you to rise, to stand with courage and steadfast faith, and to step into the new chapter I have already written for you. And I promise as you walk forward, you will never have to walk alone. My presence will surround you, my love will guide your path, and my power will open doors that you could never open by your own strength. Therefore, my precious child, choose obedience, choose trust, and choose to live a life of purpose. For the decisions you make today will not only transform your own life, but will also touch many other lives, spreading light and hope into places that need it most. And one day when you look back, you will realize that the moment you chose to walk with me was the very moment that changed everything. My beloved child, yes, at times, my plans may not align with your understanding or your expectations. I know there have been nights when you looked up at the sky and silently asked, "Why is this happening? Why did that door slam shut before me? Why must I endure these losses, these sorrows that feel far too heavy to bear?" I have heard every sigh. I have seen every tear, and I know the questions of your heart when no answers seem to be found. But today, my child, I want you to etch this truth deep within your soul. You are not meant to live in confusion or despair, for everything rests safely within my divine plan. What you thought were obstacles, what made you stumble and feel trapped with no way out, were in truth my redirections guiding you away from dead ends and setting you onto the very path I had prepared for you. Do not see a closed door as an ending, for when I close a door, it is never to abandon you, but to open another, better, greater, and perfectly aligned with the plan I have designed. You see obstacles, but I see opportunities. You see loss, but I see the foundation for your growth. You see pain, but I see the stepping stone that will strengthen and refine your soul more than ever before. My precious child, do not fear when life leads you down roads you do not understand. It is in trials that you learn patience. It is in loss that you discover the worth of true love, and it is in wounds that you experience the power of healing. Every trial is a hidden lesson, a garment of wisdom I am clothing you with. You may not see the full picture, but I am the master artist painting a masterpiece in which you are at the very center. My child, I have used every event in your life, the sweet moments and the bitter ones, to prepare you for the great things yet to come. Not a single moment has been wasted. Even when you felt abandoned, I was working silently behind the scenes, arranging every detail, shaping every step, leading you to the exact moment I have appointed. Believe that no trial is meaningless, no loss is beyond my power to redeem, and no wound is beyond my ability to heal. Beloved, there are times when your path feels steep and treacherous, when you feel as though you cannot go on. Yet it is precisely in those moments that I am strengthening the legs of your faith, so they may stand firm in the days ahead. At times the darkness may feel overwhelming, but remember, the darkness only makes my light shine brighter. It is in the night that the stars glisten. It is in the storm that the ship learns to navigate, and it is in the desert that water is most precious. My child, I call you to place your trust fully in me, even when you do not understand. Faith is not about seeing the entire path, but about holding my hand and walking forward in the assurance that I know the way, even when you cannot yet see the light at the end of the tunnel. I do not promise a journey without trials, but I do promise you will never walk alone. My power will uphold you, my love will cover you, and my presence will be the light illuminating every step you take. Remember, my child, what you are facing today is not meant to destroy you, but to build you. It is not to make you weaker, but to refine you into greater strength. It is not to shake your faith, but to anchor it deeper. One day when you look back, you will see that the wounds which once brought you pain are the very proof that I never left you, but walked with you through it all, turning pain into strength, tears into seeds of hope, and loss into a doorway to blessing. Therefore, my precious child, do not tremble at what you do not yet understand. Stand firm in trust, for my plan never fails. Everything I allow into your life carries a purpose, and that purpose always springs from my boundless love for you. Open your heart, let your faith lead, and let my promises become the lamp that lights your way. As you do, you will discover that even the roughest roads can lead you into green pastures where peace and joy in their fullness await you. Beloved child, trust in me, even when you do not understand. For I am the one who knows the beginning and the end, the one who has written your story in eternal love, and the one who will complete the good work I have begun in you. And one day you will see that all I have done was perfect, for it brought you to the very place you belong, where my light and love cover you forever. My precious child, listen closely to what I speak to you today, for this moment is not merely a small turning point in your personal life, but the beginning of something far greater. You may think you are making decisions that affect only yourself, but I tell you no, my child. Your choices in this very hour will echo far beyond what you imagine, touching the lives of many, even those you have never met. You have been called not by chance, but by my divine intention to be a light in this world of darkness, to carry the message of love, hope, and salvation I have given to mankind. Remember, the world is full of wandering souls, hearts longing for a glimmer of light, a hope to hold on to, a truth to believe in. Many around you are weary, despairing, and lost in the shadows. And that is why I have chosen you to be a beacon, to be a living testimony of my love and grace. The light you carry is not from your own strength, but flows from my infinite love and unchanging truth. All you need to do is let that light shine, and the darkness will never overcome it. My beloved child, never underestimate the power of a decision made in obedience and a single step taken in faith. The choices you make today do not only open doors for you, but they also create a way of escape for many other souls who are trapped in darkness. One act of kindness, one sincere prayer, one decision to walk in accordance with my will, all of these can become a spark that ignites hope in the heart of someone whose flame is nearly extinguished. And it is through these seemingly small things that you will see the light within you grow ever brighter, spreading outward and transforming the world around you. My dear child, I know you have wondered in your heart, what can I truly do? Am I strong enough to be a light in such a vast and dark world? But I want you to know this. I did not choose you because you were already perfect. I chose you because of my love for you, and because I have placed within you the very light this world needs. Your strength does not lie in your own ability, but in your willingness to let me work through you. You do not need to be the largest lamp. You need only be faithful, so that the light I have given you may shine, for even the smallest flame can pierce the thickest darkness. My child, this is a decisive moment, and the choices you make right now will shape not only your future, but also the reach of the light you carry. If you choose to trust and walk by faith, your light will become a beacon shining far and wide, guiding many lost souls back to the truth. But if you allow fear and doubt to restrain you, your light will be hidden and the darkness will try to overtake. That is why I urge you, do not delay, do not hesitate, but let your light shine forth, for the world desperately needs it. Understand, my child, that not one moment you walk in faith is ever wasted. Every small act of obedience is a step forward in my great plan. Every word of love you speak, every act of forgiveness you extend, every time you stand firm in trial, all of these become a living testimony that my love is still at work upon the earth. I know there are times you grow weary, times you fall down, but I tell you this, it is precisely in your weakness that my power is made perfect. My beloved child, do not let the voice of doubt cause you to falter. Do not allow the whispers of fear to convince you that the light within you is too small. Remember that light did not come from you, it was given by me. And the light that comes from me will never be extinguished. When you allow it to shine, it will not only transform you, but it will also transform those around you, guiding the searching, the broken, and the weary back to me, the source of a light that never fades. So rise up, my child, and choose to shine. Let my love flow through you. Let my mercy and forgiveness pour from your heart into the lives of others. Let your faith be a living witness that I am still at work in this world. You have been called for such a time as this, and as you walk in that calling, all of heaven will rejoice and the world will see my light through you. My child, I promise you will never have to walk alone. I will be beside you, strengthening you when you are weak, encouraging you when you are weary, and guiding you when the shadows try to close in. My light within you will always be enough to drive away the darkness, and as you remain faithful to keep that light burning, it will spread far and wide, shaking the powers of darkness and transforming this world. Be courageous. My child, for you are the lamp I have chosen to place on high to shine for all people. And I assure you that light will blaze brighter than ever when you trust and walk in my divine plan. My precious child, the moment you stand in right now is not the end of your journey, but the beginning of a new chapter, a fresh page in the book of life I wrote for you before you were even born. I know there are times you wish life could be easy, restful, and without trial, but I tell you the truth. The life I have prepared for you is not a smooth path free of stones. No, my child, the road ahead will have its mountains and valleys, but along with them will come blessings beyond compare, gifts that far surpass your imagination. It will be a journey in which you will discover the true depth of the purpose I placed within you and a fullness you have never known before. My child, I promise you that along this road you will see with your own eyes my hand at work in your life in ways that will leave you in awe. Doors you once believed would never open will swing wide before you. Things you thought impossible will become possible because I am by your side, but to step into these things you must have courage. You must be willing to step out of the familiar safety to which you cling, believing it to be your security. You must place your complete trust in me, for that trust will become the wings that carry you through every storm. I know, my child, that safety has a strong appeal. It whispers that if you remain still, you will never be hurt, never fail. But I tell you, a life imprisoned in safety is also a life that misses the miracles I long to give you. The great seeds I have planted in your heart will never sprout if they remain locked in comfort. They must be placed in the soil, endure sun and rain, and be tested to grow into strong trees that bear fruit. So it is with you. You must step out, face the trials, and become a living testimony of my love, faithfulness, and power. My child, remember that I have not called you to an easy road, but I have promised you will never walk it alone. When you are weak, I will be your strength. When you fall, I will lift you up. When darkness covers, my light will guide your steps. You will never be abandoned, for I have engraved your name upon the palms of my hands, and my love for you will never fade. Even when you feel alone, I am silently walking beside you every day, every hour, every moment. Do not fear the unknown, my child. Do not tremble before the paths you have never walked. Trust that if I have brought you here, I will also lead you onward. If I have begun a good work in you, I will bring it to glorious completion. The world may whisper lies that you are not enough, that you will fail, that you will be abandoned. But I declare that you are enough not by your own strength, but because you have me. I have given you everything you need to face the future, and I will add strength to you each day so that you may continue the journey. See trials not as enemies, my child, but as teachers. See hardships not as punishments, but as preparation, for it is in trials that you learn to rely more deeply on me. It is in difficulties that my light shines most clearly. It is in the storm that my voice is heard more distinctly than ever. And it is in moments when hope seems lost that my miracles appear. This moment, my beloved child, is an invitation. I will not force you, but I am calling you, be brave and step out. Dare to trust in me, even when you cannot see the whole picture. Believe that the path ahead, though difficult, will lead you to a life overflowing with blessing, a life you will never wish to trade away. This is the appointed time, the new chapter in your journey, and I am waiting for you to take my hand and walk with me. Remember, my child, that the rewards I promise are not merely material, but peace deep within your soul, joy that surpasses every circumstance, and a fullness the world cannot give. You will discover that the true value of life is not in how many trials you avoid, but in how many storms you pass through with steadfast faith in me. And as you pass through, you will see clearly that it was I who carried you through every breath, every step, and every victory, whether small or great. So rise up, my child. Be strong and courageous. Do not look back with regret. Do not look around with comparison, but look upward and move forward, for I am walking with you. This moment is not the end, but the beginning of a chapter filled with hope, blessing, and light. And when you bravely place your trust in me, you will see that nothing is wasted, no trial is meaningless, and no dream is beyond what I can make real. Amen. As a child of God, know that I am always with you in every moment, reminding you to live in faith and in the love I have for you. Follow and stay attentive so that you will not miss the words I speak from the heights of heaven. Amen.